Well, boys, today's tomorrow, and I think after the past 2 weeks, I think we all are a little bit more situated with who Amberlynn Reid is. You know, after I watched Pyro Live, Pyro Cynical, and Sensitive Society's videos on Amberlynn Reid and her ex-girlfriend now potentially being a murderer and almost trying to murder Amberlynn Reid. But first, we gotta get the meme out of the way, boys, alright? I feel like every video needs to start off with this meme of Amberlynn Reid so we can get a nice introduction to her. We really got to get into the Amberlynn Reid headspace right quick, alright? So let me narrate this for you.
And then I got a veggie sandwich. Literally just has veggies. They gave me 2 chips, although I asked for an apple.
Girl, you know you love seeing a doctor. Don't lie about no apple.
Oh, they gave me the
It's the
wrong
right sandwich. It's the right one. Thank you, Panera.
Oh,
You gave me the
no.
right sandwich.
Yeah, this is like
Yeah, this is the right sandwich.
turkey
I'm
with
about to knock
bacon
both of
and
these
cheese.
out and watch some Breaking Bad. I am not disappointed.
really
Thank
upset
you.
right now.
Whoever was making my sandwich at Panera, you knocked it out of the park.
well,
Thank you for the double chips. I only asked for 1 chip actually.
Yeah.
But you know you gave me 2 chips.
This is not a veggie sandwich. Wow. All right. Well,
Bottoms up, I guess, instead
It's
of,
not
you
bad.
know, getting my
I'm gonna
money
take off
back.
the cheese though.
I might as well eat
Just
it.
like those extra calories for no reason.
Oh, extra calories. Girl, I'm sure them extra calories ain't going nowhere. Trust me, you're fine.
And it came with like
You're radiant,
two
very
small
beautiful.
ones? I don't understand. Honey, that's not what I asked
At
for.
all. It's not at all what you asked for, but it tastes good, didn't it? Amberlynn Reid. I probably went to school about them. There's 30 of them in the Deep South. I ain't gonna lie. But this woman has been a YouTuber for a little while now. Now, I would say YouTuber, but more or less just lol-cal. But, you know, she turned her lol-cal status into actual YouTube views, unlike a lot of other lol-cals like DSP, Wings of Redemption, Boogie2988. You know, the lol-cals who for some reason don't want to monetize their lol-cal status. I think Amberlynn has to be one of the smartest lol-cals out there because somehow she's able to still pull in between 90 and 100,000 views per video. So the woman isn't hurting for money or clout at all. She is purely being bullied on the internet, and she knows she is. Alright, there's no way she makes these videos and sees her comments and sees, you know, the Amberverse subreddit and thinks, oh my god, my adoring fans. Oh, I can't believe they're so lovely and nice. But for a while, she has been an underground locale, alright? She hasn't, you know, surfaced all that much, even whenever people make videos on her on TikTok and stuff. A lot of people, you know, we just don't care. It's like, oh, lay fat girl. Who cares? Until she started dating someone. Now, Amber has started dating a new girlfriend. She calls her Tommy, which is supposed to be an alias. Her real name's Emily, alright? So we'll be using that name interchangeably to talk about this one person. But Tommy/Emily, you know, we're gonna stick with Tommy because I like Tommy Pickles from the Rugrats. So Tommy loves herself some Amberlynn. Amberlynn is exactly what, you know, Tommy wants because Tommy loves herself some big girls, alright? And we're not talking about big girls in the sense of, oh, chunky. I'm talking, she likes them chunky. And by chunky, I mean Amber is thin. Alright, Amber is a twig compared to Tommy's last girlfriend. Now, Tommy's last girlfriend sadly passed away. Alright, very tragic. We all can understand the tragic loss of a loved one. But Tommy, she contributed to that person's passing away. We don't have to speculate. Alright, we know that whenever you help someone get to 1,000 pounds, that's not healthy. I don't care what sense of the word you think it is. It's not healthy. It is about damn near like murder at that point, in my opinion. Some other people would be like, you know, she may have been a feeder buying her old girlfriend all these snacks and feeding it to them just to, you know, watch them gain weight. But whenever you get to 1,000 pounds, you're in the oh, I'm dead stage. Like, that's end of life term right there. You don't just make it out of 1,000 pounds without some kind of scarring or just dying. Like, those are the only 2 ways to make it out of 1,000 pounds. Like, we're not hippos here. We're not meant to be 1,000 pounds. So after that explanation, you all know that Tommy gets off to feeding her partners and watching them get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's essentially the same fetish that Pyro Cynical has. Except for I don't know if he actually does it. And now this fetish can be lucrative to people. A lot of people actually, because people pay to watch people eat. I know, boys. It's a weird world we live in now, to where now you can watch someone eat and potentially have your whole brain rewired. Like, oh my god, neuron activated. The way she just ate that food. Ugh.
In order to make money, since finding a job was out of the question at my size, I chose to start fetish modeling for a website that catered to people who liked large women. So I have a setup in my apartment where I can film myself eating. And I eat for people. I just eat what I want, and they pay for it, as long as I film it.
So yeah, absolutely disgusting. Alright, disgusting little fetish, alright. I think this also needs to be counted as grooming. Alright, boys. We need to save humans from overeating, and we need to save them from feeders, alright? Understand that feeders aren't illegal. I understand that. But I'm like, if you're encouraging someone to overeat themselves to death, like Emily did with her ex-partner now that died, after being fed to where she was 1,000 pounds, I feel like that should be a crime, right? You can't tell someone to game in themselves and then they do it, right? That's illegal. You can't say that. If someone actually does it, you can actually get in trouble if they can correlate. Yeah, you were the one messing with them. And it resulted in them leaving the server permanently. So I don't get how people can have these kind of kinks, we'll call it for now, until there's some legislation against it. But I don't know how people can have these kind of kinks that actively harm people and actively, leads towards their death, and yet we can just be like, oh, well, as long as there are two consenting adults. I mean, technically, yes, but also one of them are going to die, and the other one gets to revel in that death knowing that I caused that. So Tommy's girlfriend died earlier this year. This is a pretty recent passing away. This woman, she killed one and now she's on the prowl for another, not even giving it a year before she starts feeding again. Now, Tommy and her ex used to do this fetish, all right, and they used to post about it. So that's how people found out about her ex dying and, the amount of weight she was. B, the ex-girlfriend of Tommy, is a USS BBW. Man, God, they had to double up on both letters. They said, this is not your regular BBW. This is a supersized me meal who loves movies, game nights, and her friends and family. She used to be an avid BBW Bash attendee. If you guys don't know, BBW Bash is literally just like an event for bigger people where they come together and they essentially celebrate themselves being bigger people and, encourage each other to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger until they pop. And has been in this community a long time. She has a lifelong record of being the biggest woman in the room in every room she enters, and at her last weight, early 2023, she weighed over 1,040 pounds. Oh my, oh no. You guys see what I mean by this is a pretty sick fetish, right? You can't just weigh that much and then think, oh no, this is perfectly normal. I'm gonna live until 100. You know what? My skin is radiant. I have never felt this great in my life, right? You suffer from health complications at that point to where this woman was bedbound. She could not walk anymore. She legit reverted to essentially a toddler state as an adult because she decided, what's better than eating the average amount of food as a person, overeating, and then continuing that, and then having someone fetishize my overindulgence for their own and my sexual gratification. Now, obviously, I'm not bashing anyone that, is overweight. Obviously, I've been overweight. You have probably been overweight. Everyone at some point in their life has been overweight. We all have realized, all right, we need to cut back a little bit on our eating. We save money by eating less. Who would have known? You have a financial incentive to also eat less. But I'm like, we also feel better whenever you eat less. And, you go out on a walk. You maybe go for a run, lift a little bit. Do something other than eating. Because if your only path to happiness is indulging in food, or actually indulging in anything, even overworking out, you're going to end up, dead early on in your life. It doesn't even matter if you're like a power lifter. after a while, you're probably just gonna start breaking your body to an extent to where you shouldn't be breaking it because you're like, oh no, I gotta get stronger, I gotta get stronger. I understand that people are like, oh, I don't want to be normal, or I want to have this thing that makes me different from everyone else. But at the end of the day, you can be different while also being healthy. This is a very unhealthy lifestyle this woman is leading, or was leading, and it ended up in her ultimate demise. But again, I don't want to be bashing fat people. I don't want to be like, oh, fat people bad, because that's not true. You can be fat and you can come back from it, right? You can always come back from it. I'm like, hell, even if you live your life a little bit overweight, that's not going to kill you, all right? It's not going to make a huge difference in your life if you're like 10, 20 pounds overweight. But if you're over 1,000 pounds overweight, that's going to make a huge difference in your quality of life. But let's continue this write-up about Tommy's ex-girlfriend now. As someone who doesn't really have a label, queer or pansexual, or probably closest, having become nearly immobile, she decided to check into a rehabilitation and care spot in Arizona, and after some setbacks, has been completely bedbound since 2022. In order to get out of rehab and to actually live her life with Willow the way they planned, she is working to regain mobility and lose some of her weight. Even after losing hundreds of pounds, she would still qualify as a USS BBW. That sounds like a damn boat the military would make. And ultimately, this is what needs to happen to ensure there is a future to enjoy. So while this is not a common goal here, please be accepting. You don't have to encourage, but please don't be unkind. Thank you in advance. So you see, this is essentially a cult that B and Tommy were in, because she's asking people in this forum for USS BBW. Gotta crack a damn wine bottle or sparkling champagne over it to send it off to sea. But you see, like, in this forum, she already knows they're gonna get pushback because her girlfriend has to lose weight so she could potentially live. It's so weird having a life or death situation where you legit have to lose weight, and yet you're in a community where people will discourage you from losing weight, and you actively know, like, if I say this, they're gonna be mad at me. Like, who would be mad at you if you are actively in danger and need to, like, lose weight? It is baffling that people will discourage you from losing weight. And then on top of that, she's still like, don't worry though, my honey's still gonna be overweight even if she lost hundreds of pounds, and she'll still be in danger of dying, which ultimately she did die. She succumbed to being fat. And obviously people also found some more of their fetish posts, like this one right here, where Tommy's ex was showing off that she ate a whole Domino's brownie cookie by herself, and then she lied in the post saying that she was full. Girl, you was not full. Let's both be honest here, you ate the pizza too. I had a Domino's brookie today, all to myself, among other treats, but that one stands out. Perhaps next time I skip all the other food and just get like 4 of those. My belly was not only super full today, but I was super happy. The only thing missing was my Willow to feed it to me. I get chills just reading that. Obviously, as you also can see, this woman does not believe in a well-balanced diet. She does not believe in, hey, if I'm gonna eat like a brookie, I should probably also eat like, I don't know, a grape or two, maybe a kale salad, right? She doesn't believe in that. She's like, I feel disgusting eating all the other food instead of just eating 4 Domino's brownie cookies for myself. So obviously this woman probably had every health complication that came with weight known to man. She had the gout, alright, she had the diabetes, alright, she probably had ringworm. Who knows? If she had ringworm, it was eating good. I bet whenever she died, it was pissed off. It was like, man, this was what I was dreaming about. This is what my ancestors fought for. And then here's another gross fetish post. I'm gonna have to blur this one out. But essentially says, my sexy girlfriend Willow, also Tommy, also aka Emily, you know, Amberlynn's girlfriend, spent some of her last visit trapped under part of my super heavy stomach where she belongs, not to mention it's her favorite place in the world to be. Baby, you are now and will forever be my perfect fit. I love you so much. Till next time. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna show this post because I don't know how YouTube is gonna like it. Plus, I already got one yellow dollar sign for the month. All right, boys. I don't want another one. Papa got bills to pay, and I want to live a long, healthy life. So, you know, making sure I'm able to get some kind of high quality food, you know, I gotta make sure I don't get no yellow dollar signs this week. But yeah, so it's kind of weird how this woman is proud of herself and she's proud of Willow for helping her get to this weight. I mean, like, she's almost gloating with how much food she's eating in one sitting alone. And then on top of that, Willow, Tommy, Emily, Amberlynn's girlfriend, kind of started dating her 2 months after her girlfriend, you know, died. So it's quite weird how this person was already on the prowl 2 months after their ex died from overeating, and then she finds herself another big girl, another project, alright? Because at the end of the day, is Amberlynn overweight? Yes, very, very overweight. But she is nowhere near Emily's ex-girlfriend. Emily cannot captain the USS BBW Amberlynn just yet, alright? She has a bit of work to do on this one. But yeah, it's kind of weird how this woman, 2 months after her girlfriend dies, is already back in the dating scene with the same exact person, essentially. She has a fetish, and it is murdering people by feeding them too much food. And she loves herself some big girls. She said, I don't want to start with no skinny bitches. So obviously everyone is rightfully worried about Amberlynn. People that are actually her friends and, you know, actually her fans are probably worried because this person has already struck once and is on the prowl again. This predator has smelled blood in the water and they are coming for it. Now, there is a slight good ending here so far from what we know, because after a little bit of internet bullying, you know, something that everyone does best on the internet, you know, the Wild West over here, Amberlynn and Tommy, quote unquote, broke up. Now, obviously, this video is very emotional. She broke up with her predator, the predator that she always wanted, that accepted her for her. But she had to break up with him because the internet was doing too much.
Hi guys, I look like crap because I feel like crap. I really don't even know what to say, but like, you guys don't know the full story at all. And I think that's like the hardest part of this whole thing is like, there is a big part of this story missing, but I'm never going to sit there and talk about other people's personal things because that's not me, that's not who I am. But because of this, me and now my ex, we are not together anymore, and this has left her like debilitated. Like literally, like her mental health has gone down so much. Like she's literally one of the greatest people, and it's like to see people say things that are not true at all, like it's not surprising. That's literally what people do. That's what they've done my whole freaking YouTube career.
I mean, like, everyone is pointing out to Amberlynn throughout her whole YouTube career that you're overweight, you should probably lose weight. Amberlynn, you know you did not order a veggie sandwich. Amberlynn, you know you did not order an apple, and you did order those 2 chips. Alright, because everyone in her whole YouTube career has been telling her the truth. And obviously, someone that lives in this kind of world where she allows someone that essentially enjoys feeding her to be around her, she's obviously in denial of a lot of the things, and she is essentially just gaslighting herself and trying to gaslight her audience into believing, oh no, Tommy did nothing wrong, alright? Because feeding is just a kink, and Tommy's ex died of X, Y, and Z, and had nothing to do with her weight at all. Not at all, alright? Being 1,000 pounds, that's like actually healthy, alright?
And for these people to act like they care about me now, yes, I know there are thousands of you who love me and support me and want to see me happy. And I appreciate those messages. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, I feel it. But all of these people who act like they care about me and they're worried about me, bull. Like, you guys have never wanted to see me happy. There are so many of you who love to see me miserable. And you're getting that. You won again. You literally won again. What's happening is not okay. Like, it's not. And this is the very fucking reason why I don't want to show people in my videos. It has nothing to do with me and everything to do with so many of you. I am talking to a big part of you, but I'm not talking to all of you. So I need that to be like fully known. Like, I know there are a lot of people who love and support me. Like, I know that. But like right now, that is not being heard. As much as I feel it, what is really being heard is like, y'all are ruining someone's life who does not deserve it. Like, it is freaking crazy what is happening right now. You guys have interfered with my life in a way that, like, it makes me want to just fucking disappear. You guys have no idea. Like, if you guys knew the full story, you'd be like, oh, wait a minute. But you don't, and you'll never know. But like, to find out all this fucking shit and then make your own narrative with it and say that I'm in danger, you guys have no idea what you're talking about. This has pushed me away. Completely pushed me away. I don't think I'll be the same for a long time. Like, truly a long time, because I had a future planned and I was happy, and I was so fucking happy and so loved. And now we aren't together anymore because, like, her mental health comes first and her safety comes first. I should have known something like this was gonna happen, because 9 times out of 10, people make the smallest thing that I do or say or whatever it may be into like a fucking huge thing. Like, I should have known. Like, I should have known. I shouldn't have ever shared her. I shouldn't have done it. But we were so fucking happy and in love and on cloud 9. Like, literally, like, I've never felt so loved before. And to have that taken from me because of people who actually hate me and that actually want to see me miserable, they don't care. Like, they don't care. It's all just for fucking show and for drama and people monetizing and making money. Like, it's not fair. But I hope that these people are happy, because not only did they ruin my life, but they're ruining someone else's life. And her mental health is not good right now, and neither am I. Like, I'm literally, like, look at me. Like, I just am a mess. Like, everything right now feels heavy and scary, and it's just not okay. Like, I regret so badly ever sharing her. I know people are gonna watch this and just not give a fuck. They're just gonna roll their eyes and just not care. I feel like my words don't matter to a lot of people, or the way that I feel. They never have mattered. People watch me to just laugh at me and to hate me, and I'm realizing, like, people just want to ruin my life, and it worked. So people literally just don't think before they post. They're just hungry for the next drama, the next thing to make me look bad or to make someone I love look bad. Like, that's just what they're waiting for. And when they thought they found that, they turned it into something way bigger than what it really is. And you guys, again, do not know the full story. And it's sad, but you never will. I really don't know what else to say besides I kind of just feel defeated and hopeless, and I'm absolutely heartbroken. Like, it's just the worst feeling in the world to go from being so fucking happy and like so sure of my feelings and my future, to have that just ripped away from me over something that I didn't even do. Like, that's like the hardest part.
Like I said, boys, the Landwell is one of, if not the smartest locales, because obviously she's trying to make it seem like it's our fault. We did it. We were the reason they broke up. Because she couldn't just, not post her girlfriend, or even if she did post her girlfriend, just make it to where, you know what? I posted her, everyone's trying to give me backlash. You know what? I don't want this backlash. How about I just stop posting her and we continue to date? Which a lot of people are, speculating that they're still dating in the background and that Amberlynn is just, crocodile tearings on video, because this video did get over 100k views. So somebody tells me that the manipulator continues to manipulate, because there's no way that you can go throughout your life being this huge, not facing any kind of health problems, because there's no way she hasn't faced any kind of health problems, and her doctors have told her that she's healthy. There's no way that her doctors are telling her that she's healthy right now this way. So she's going through life manipulating herself, manipulating everyone around her, and yet she still is out here trying to blame everyone else, saying, hey man, you're kind of in danger. Not only are you living a bad lifestyle, but also your new girlfriend kind of just killed her last girlfriend by feeding her to death. You should probably look out for that. And then blame us for you two breaking up, whenever if you actually loved her, you would stay with her. That's not our fault you broke up with her. That's you. That's a personal decision. We, the internet, cannot make you break up with someone. That is a legit personal decision that you made and that you went through with. Now, obviously, her audience and the people in the Amberverse subreddit know that this is Amber, alright? She does this all the time, because you don't get to this kind of weight and get this kind of mentality off of, taking responsibility for your actions. She literally was in danger. Well, maybe not. Maybe, Emily learned her lesson of, fetishizing fat people. Maybe she did. Maybe she didn't. We don't know. We don't know who Emily is. And plus, Emily, doesn't post all that much. So maybe she did learn her lesson, and she just did really love Amberlynn Reid. But also, if she has a type of person that she likes to go after and her fetish kind of tends to kill people, I think it's everyone's prerogative to help save someone from being murdered. I'm just saying, shit. It's one thing to have a fetish to playfully choke someone, right? It's another thing to choke someone to death. Those are two different extremes. Like, yeah, if your girlfriend was like 100, 200 pounds overweight, we can be like, you're kind of overweight, but, do what you will. You're not really gonna die, too fast being that overweight. But whenever they're a literal 900 pounds overweight, that is you choking and strangling them to death. And then for some reason, Amberlynn thinks, oh no, that's fine. But maybe she does know something that we don't know. Maybe some lie that Emily told her that, in her brain made everything right. I'm sure you could probably tell this woman the sky's green and that she's colorblind, and she probably believe it. But obviously, after everyone started calling out Amberlynn for crying hysterically in a video where she made her own adult decisions, because Amberlynn is 34. She made her own adult decision to break up with her girlfriend because she couldn't take the internet heat, instead of, loving your girlfriend, as much as you can love someone that enjoys murdering you. But instead of her loving her girlfriend and staying with her girlfriend, she decided to break up with her, and everyone rightfully was calling her out like, yo, that's not our, we were helping you out, make a rational decision. You can't blame us for you breaking up with your girlfriend, saying that you quote unquote love her. If you love her, stay with her then. I don't know, if you want to get murdered by her, do it. Good. You know what? More power to you. Screw it. It's not illegal for your girlfriend to murder you in this specific way. You allow her to do it. Please. It is up to you. You are 34 years old. So then she realized, alright, the crocodile tears. Cut it. Next video. We gotta go to the next video, because now she somehow composed herself. Alright, boys. She's able to speak more clearly. She's able to, enunciate words better. She's not going...
Hey guys, so I originally had a different video that I was gonna have go up today, but I just feel like a lot is happening and it's super overwhelming. I don't know, like, I'm only one person over here, and it's just like so much is being said, and I know legal terms love to be thrown around, like slander, defamation. 9 times out of 10, people don't really know what they're talking about, but I feel like in the situations that have been happening recently, there is a lot of slander. There is a lot of defamation. Like, there's a difference between like gossiping versus like downright, straight up defamation, lies, completely making up stories that aren't true at all. I told myself I would never talk about this to protect myself because it is scary, because there's a lot that goes in it. But like, if I can somehow prove that I'm not lying, then I'm going to do that. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to stand here and do this. Like, I honestly feel pathetic. I feel triggered. I feel just like YouTube is ruining my life.
Okay, yes, I lied. She did start crying midway through the video, but boys, I needed to keep the retention up, alright? I understand. Crying manipulator. It's hard to watch, but yeah, she's essentially saying the exact same thing in the last video, where she's like, oh my god, I guess I gotta take some kind of responsibility now because I am 34 years old, and allowing the internet to influence me and my relationships is kind of sad. But she also talks about how she kind of deserves the trolls because for a while, whenever she was first coming up on YouTube, she did, troll fails. She was actually actively knowing that if she did things that made her look like, a fat pig, or, she'd be like, oh no, what, this is not an apple. She knew that it would get clipped everywhere and that people would troll her about it, but at the end of the day, she would earn money off of YouTube, and so she knew if she engaged with the trolls on her videos that she would make money at the end of the day. And now she regrets it because obviously the trolls are in every aspect of her online life now, which should mean absolutely nothing to her. I'm like, just turn off the internet. Literally, she doesn't have to read the comments or go to the subreddits. She can legit just turn off her phone for the day and enjoy the rest of her life, because she has made probably a pretty decent chunk of money off of this. But now she regrets that she has a troll fan base, even though that's what she essentially begged and pleaded for in the beginning of her YouTube career. Like, what do you want us to do? The trolls are gonna troll. Who knew if you essentially begged for a troll fan base, they would come and troll you?
Seeing what you guys are doing has made me just not want to do YouTube anymore. And that scares me because that means I'm about to drastically change my life if I choose to take a step back. I really don't want to stand here and cry and be whiny. I don't want to do any of that because I do take partial credit into all of this. Years ago, I became a fucking troll. A huge troll. I almost asked for the negativity, especially like 2019, 2018, 2017. I almost asked for it. Any attention was good attention for me. Even if it was bad, even if it made me feel like shit.
I don't get what she means by she takes a partial responsibility. Like, take full responsibility. You cultivated this fan base. You took the time out of your day to film these videos and think of these ideas to cultivate a fan base of trolls that you knew would come back to each video and engage with it. You did something that you knew would lead to this in the future, and yet you didn't care. So why should we? Also, don't feel bad for Amberlynn Reid. Whenever she was gaining this failed troll fan base, she was like 27, 28, 29. Like, she was already past the point where your frontal cortex is fully developed. She knew exactly what she was doing. Alright, she just wanted the money, just like how she blames commentary channels don't care about her. They just want clicks and views and money. You mean the exact same thing you wanted that led to this point in your life? Oh wow. Yeah, I'm sorry that I made the better decision to talk about the people getting trolled instead of being the person get trolled. I know I'm coming off more and more like a bully the more we go into this video, but I'ma just say here, boys, this woman deserves no sympathy. All right, everything in her life she did to herself. She got a girlfriend that was a feeder. People tried to help her, and then she blamed everyone else for trying to help her. She was the one that was overeating and that was becoming overweight, and instead of her losing weight, she decided to become a fail troll. I'm sorry, but she literally admits to doing that. I'm also sorry that I am calling her out for cultivating this fan base that she deserves. You deserve this fan base. You're making money off of them. Why are you crying? Like, she literally is making hand over fist money, has videos with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views, making hand over fist money, tens of thousands of dollars a month, and yet she's crying because someone said something bad to her on the internet. Like, my God, I make it make sense in my head. You're getting paid to do something you was doing for free at one point, and now you're like sad that you got all the money in the world that you could get off of this troll fail, and now you want sympathy. Like, no, you don't get sympathy. This is essentially the female version of Boogie 2988. Like, this is literally her. Like, she probably will come out and say, I'm diagnosed with cancer one day, and we're all supposed to sympathize with her, even though she's known to lie. Like, my guy, this is a fail troll. This is someone who engages with trolls, and as soon as she got everything she wants out of it, now she wants sympathy. Like, you're not gonna get sympathy from me. I'm sorry, you don't get sympathy from me if you do something dumb, and then you continue to do something dumb knowing that your reward is at the end, but also the reward is like a monkey paw. Once all the fingers curl, guess what? You're gonna have to deal with the consequences. You made your wishes, you followed through with your plan, and it worked out. And now you have to deal with the consequences of your plans. The consequences of your plans is you cultivated an audience that is volatile and that will be at your throat at any minute. So please, wipe your tears, put on your big girl panties, and realize I need to move forward with my life, and I can't allow the internet to affect me because I've gotten everything I could want from the internet. There's nothing else she could want from the internet. I don't understand why she allows it to affect her. Just like how, for some reason, James Charles can't stay out of drama himself, and this time he got exposed really, really bad. Like, this is bad, the way James Charles got exposed. Click this video right here to figure out what did he do and what responsibilities he needs to take in his own life. But other than that, don't forget to like and subscribe, boys, and comment down below. I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say about this video. But other than that, I'll see you all tomorrow.